Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. As you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on Transformers Legacy Kickback. And I have to say, I am very impressed. Now, I wound up picking this little guy up at one of my local Walmarts, and it was just by pure blind luck I wound up finding him. Now, as you can see, it's almost as if I want to say it's almost as if he stepped out of the screen from the original G1 series. Of course, there was a lot of creative licensing that they had done, or not licensing, creative liberties that they did with this redesign. They made him, somewhat tune accurate, which is pretty cool. So, wow. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the box. As you can tell, you get this unique look of him in his grasshopper or locust mode. And I noticed that even in the design, he's got these unique little weaponry that he has on his clear wings, which is pretty interesting. And then, of course, you have a close-up of him on this side and a somewhat of a full body look of him right there. Now, of course, on this side, you do see, the artwork there, which, as you can tell, unlike, the previous, line, I'm not exactly liking the artwork on this, so that's all right. And then, of course, here you have Kickback with his robot mode, as well as his, alternate mode. And, of course, you do have the the little code here, which will show off his tech spec. So that's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, put him back over here. We're going to take one more look at him in his box, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. All right, there he is out of his box, and as you can tell, he's ready for battle. And I have to say, just for the few minutes I had been messing around with him, checking out his posability and stuff like that, I have to say I am very impressed. Now, granted, as I mentioned earlier, Hasbro took some creative liberties in terms of his design and whatnot. They did take some inspirations from the looks of it from his tune variation of them, but they also wanted to go ahead and have, the same posability with him in terms of his toy variation. Now, as you can tell, I'm going to bring him closer here. He's got a really nice head sculpt. Very, very nice. I have to say, look at that. The chest has this great yellow yellow transparent plastic on there. And you can tell it looks like it's got some internal mechanisms in there being seen on here. So a lot of good molded detail on here. And the paint applications, especially around his legs at his knees and his shin, break up the monotony of the black. The purple of his feet also break up that. But not just his feet, his arms as well. It really does, break that up. Very nice. And I do like the clear plastic. It is a little thick, though, I have to say. Now, there is some really interesting molded detail among the wings. You do see, as the light catches it on there, but on the opposite end, you do see a really unique design on there. So, very interesting. Now, of course, you do have the typical gaps here, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be a third party that will create something to get those gaps filled up, not just here, but within the thighs. But I have to say, though, other than those two areas, this is a very solid looking bot. It really is. So, very, very nice. And not to mention, his backpack is unique. I mean, I cannot say enough. Now, of course, there's a lot on here. Granted, there is a lot of, this figure is mostly black and purple, but, it really does work. Originally, I had passed by this. It wasn't until the most recent reveals, like for Shrapnel, that I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get these guys. So I'm grateful that I was able to find him. I wound up finding this one at Walmart. So, I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of them out there. So, now, before we get ahead and get to articulation, let's go ahead and check out his accessories. Now, with this, he's got his standard Tommy gun-like weapon, which is pretty interesting. I really like it. The one thing that I really don't like, and I've said it before on numerous occasions with different bots, is the hollowness that they have with the weapons. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Now, I know they've done solid weapons before where you don't see any of these stupid old gaps. I don't understand why they continue to do this. But again, this is my opinion about that. I don't really like the Tommy gun not the Tommy gun, but the hollowness of the weapons nowadays. This is ridiculous. So, but in addition, he's got some additional accessories, and it's these two deals. Now, going back to the box art on there, these go on his wings when he's in, grasshopper mode or locust mode, whatever insect he is. And according to the product shots, these can go on here, sort of like blades, which is very interesting. I really like that. Also, I think depending on how you want to pose it, these can also go around like firing weapons. But again, you have this feature that does show that when he's in his beast mode. So very nice. I really like that. Now, let's go ahead and take these off. We're going to go ahead and go on to articulation. All right. So, as you saw just now, he does have an upper bicep rotation. He can bend his arm a little over 90 degrees. His arm can turn 360 and can arch up like so. So he does have a type of hammer arch or hammer hinge here. Very interesting. I like that. He does have a type of wiggly waggly effect. So, he can turn his head around 360. He can can't really look up. He can look down a little bit, but he does have that rotation on there. He does have a waist rotation. His leg can kick up around 90 degrees, can kick back. Yeah, around 90 degrees. It will scrape against the wing back here. Does have upper thigh rotation. He can bend around 90 degrees. His foot can fold in, but again, that may be due to transformation. And he's got that ankle tilt going on. So, not too bad. I like this. I remember I had a G1 Kickback many eons ago. I did wind up selling that one, unfortunately. But just to get this one was really awesome, and I'm really liking this. Like I said, this is a solid looking bot. You know, with the exception of the gaps in the thighs and the forearms and the gaps in this weapon. Hopefully there'll be a third party that will make a replacement for this and make it more solid. That's just my thing. But other than that, that is it for him in bot mode. So give me a moment to go ahead and move the weapons off to the side so they don't accidentally drop. And I'll be right back with transformation. All right, folks, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience. Now, one thing I did forget to mention earlier, and I didn't do this myself, was these wings are supposed to be lifted up in the back. So I didn't do that before, and even though it did show it in the box illustration as well as the product shots in the back, I did not do that. So I do apologize for that. But other than that, that was the only thing I missed. But let's go ahead and proceed with transformation. Now for that, we're going to go ahead and move the wings forward, since this front area is going to be hit the back of him in bug mode. And we're going to just have it angled out like so. Now, at this point, I'm probably going to be maybe skipping over a couple steps. So we're going to turn the head around like so. And we're going to turn him around, at which point in his backpack, you may have noticed it beforehand, there's a type of panel here. And if you have nails, it's easy to pull out. As you can tell, I do not have nails. But you just take this panel and just put it over his face. Now, it is, I have to tell you, it is a tight fit, as you may have noticed just now. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move the arms forward like so, or back. And we're going to separate the bicep here, which is going to form the front of his bug legs. We're going to go ahead and fold the hand in. And there we go. So as you see right here, this is how the leg is going to look in his bug mode. Now we're going to do the same here with the other one. And boom, there you go. You got that first part going. Now, on the back, you have his hind legs, which you just fold out from the back of his calf here, and you got his foot. You're going to do the same right here, like so. And all we got to do now is push his feet in, like that. And all we have to do is just straighten that out, so that way it's pretty uniform. And there we go. And I do believe So we're going to try and make sure all this is put in there properly, like so. And there he is. I'm going to scroll on down like so. And there he is in his insect mode. Delicious, eh, shrapnel? A little heavy on the electrons. Electrons! Yeah, I can't do it. I try, but I can't. Anyway, so there he is in his grasshopper locust mode, and it's pretty much very intuitive, very simple transformation. However, going back to what I had shown earlier. So now we just got to go ahead and put this weapon. Interesting. Okay, something I did not expect. So, oh, there we go. Okay, so, oh, okay. Okay, so they're supposed. So these weapons. Ah, there we go. So these little add-ons here have tabs right here. And they're going to go into the pigs that are lined up here. So all you gotta do is just snap those in there, and you can snap these in here on this end as well. And there you go. But apparently, and I wound up discovering this in the instructions earlier, there is storage for his Gatling gun, which goes underneath where his backpack is. And there we go. And right there. So right now, as you can tell, I'm just trying to go ahead and get everything in order. Like so. And there. Trying to go ahead and just like that. There we go. Much better. And let's just. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and take a quick look at the instructions here. Make sure everything is. Because it looks like, yeah. It looks like the legs just kind of bend like so. And there we go. There he is, complete. All his weapons are stored. And he's got all his. That's actually pretty awesome. At first I thought, oh man, he's got all this extra crap and stuff like that. But this actually works. This actually works. I like the way this guy has this weapon here just is able to just fit underneath. I'm really liking it in terms of storage while in his alternate mode. I mean, wow. I mean, take a look at that, man. That is so bleeping awesome. That is Yeah. Wow. That is. And something I just noticed right now, the light was hitting it, and from it, I thought it was painted, but no, these are the molded areas within. That is awesome looking. I'm really liking that. Wow. So, yeah, there he is in his alternate mode. Very reminiscent of his old G1 version. And yeah, wow. I'm just trying to go ahead and make sure this is all. Say, yeah, that is. Wow. That is awesome. Look at that. Damn it all. Yeah, that is awesome, dude. I can't say any more about it. This is the first, like I said, to have a complete set, and I have seen third party variations the uh, of the you know of the Insecticons. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought here. Uh, but more like masterpiece style third party versions of the G1 ones. Uh, yeah, I'm liking this. I really am. This gives it a nice little effect in terms of the wings, and yeah, wow. So I'm totally speechless with this. I'm liking this bug a lot. I cannot wait till uh, till Shrapnel is released. Honestly, I'm looking forward to when the day that I see Bombshell, for this set come out. Yeah, I'll have a complete set of Insecticons in this case. So I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, so give me a moment to go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and I'll be back, and I'll come back with my final thoughts as well as my score. All right, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience, and wow, I'm pretty impressed with the way this figure came out. Um, Now, granted, there were a couple of issues that I had stated earlier. One that I didn't mention was that there was a little looseness, but not a whole lot. Nothing that some floor wax can't fix up. Uh, but other than that, the aforementioned ones that that I had stated, this is a pretty good looking bot. I like the solidness of it, and I have to say I was immensely surprised by the way these added on bits actually enhance the figure. Not just in bot mode, as you can see, but as you saw earlier in his transform mode. And wow, again, I'm very impressed. So I have to say, on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm giving this one a 10. It is a well-deserved figure. But again, this is my review. This is my take on the figure, and that's the score I'm giving him. So, congrats, Kickback. You deserve it. So, I want to hear from you. Have you been able to find this figure? Now, as I stated before, I wound up finding him at my local Walmart, and I have to say I did see maybe 2, 3 of them after I picked this one up, and this was about maybe 2 weeks ago. So if you did, let me ask you: do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me a comment about it in the comment section. down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you who has subscribed to my channel, who watches my videos, and whenever whenever someone leaves a comment of any kind, I'm very grateful for it. So please, help me make this channel grow. I can't do it without you. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.